Shadowheart has found a little bit of herself again. Soluna cannot take all of the credit. She may have lit the way, but it is the cleric who took this step. That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I. Do not be moved to pity. It is a predator pinned in a trap. And if it wriggles free, you'll find it still has teeth. Ask it. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And, bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? I've passed enough years that counting them is a waste of what remains. Which is to say, yes, I am that old.
I'm listening. Are you sure that's the best course of action? Confirmed.
One final night in the open air, and then back to the city. As you wish. Work to be done. Ready and waiting. Well, certainly waiting.
can't stop me yet.
Well, are we ready for the road once more? You're sure? Oh, back and forth. Speak. You're sure? Later then. I tell you not to...
It is done.
Almost pleasant traveling with company, if you ignore all the less pleasant aspects.
Painful truths have been thrust upon Shadowheart. I believe she is strong enough to endure. But her path will be easier with our support. I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic but honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seemed my faith was more than well-founded.
What do you need?
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. And we are no closer to knowing why that bastard is so obsessed with getting me back. I think we should track down my fellow Spawn. I'm not exactly looking forward to a reunion, but perhaps they'll know something. If we can find them, we can force them to tell us what he's been doing since I was gone. And honestly, I imagine they'll be coming for me in the night if I don't. Unless Cazador's changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk.
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore. What's on your mind?
Fate, dost thou require a new ally?
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With his help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join. Power.
motherfucker.
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
concentrate. Got to press on.
Do this without you.
On the move.
Still breathing, despite everything. Simple enough.
That thing's about to blow.
I'm here! Help me! I'm under attack!
heating up.
It's not over. Come to the skull. Hurry! I can't hold them back alone. I need you, now! It's not over. Come to the skull.
Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. You saved a child from a viper back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Asima Night Soul from her soul cage. You let me live last time you were here, though it brought Blackith's wrath upon you. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
Aid an illicit against Githyanki? We cannot. We must not!
Your blind loyalty will be your undoing, Lae'zel. Fight with me for your own survival. Together, we can turn the tide.
I got this.
Close ranks.
Don't waste a step.
Destroy the honor guard. Githyanki Prince. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the absolute.
A mind flayer? How is this possible? Gods, we've been so blind.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stillmain. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Indeed, his hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. Rather them than potential future allies, like you. We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, you would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Lithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I appreciate that, but this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel, but the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I am pleased to hear that. You will do very well as an illithid. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. The transformation will not be complete. The physical alteration in particular will only be partial. But your potential will certainly be amplified. Would you like to do it? Would you like to evolve?
I guess this is our best chance. You can handle it. And I still like you just the same.
You continue to surprise me. Your mind is truly something special. Now, hold out your hand. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. When your allies see what you can do, I hope you encourage them to try it for themselves. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
Got a long road ahead.
What am I to do?
What's the story?
No time to rest.
Time to waste.
Take you.
A little help, please.
to do. It's been a long day. I'll need to rest soon.
Feels wonderful, doesn't it? You wear it well.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle, or so the Varshes teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. The seed and the sower. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Geich slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, The Prince of the Comet must lead the way. What about him? The historical slates describe Orpheus as a fearsome, terrible creature, powerful beyond measure, and enthralled by the Geich. So mad with power, he'd smash through the Githyanki Empire and deliver the shards to his illithid masters. And glowing with such psionic force that he and his red dragon blazed a trail through the skies. A lethal comet careening towards my people. Lies, of course. Vlaakith spread a false image of Orpheus as monstrous betrayer, and her knights as the butchers who sliced him through. She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. So great is the comet, it could shatter her reign. The Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a Geich hive mind. A talent like that makes the Prince a powerful shield and a powerful weapon. Why destroy a weapon like that, when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself? A weapon is only an asset for as long as it isn't pointed at you. The means of Vlaakith's own end has been ripped away from her. Better to have Orpheus killed than to risk his escape. Better to risk the rise of illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves. Orpheus is honor guard, loyal to the end. Trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their noble prince, fruitlessly hacking at the sphere that contains him. They see us as Geich, tadpoled husks in the Emperor's thrall. I regret their deaths, but I pledge to live as they perished, in the service of Gith's son. Very well. It also promises to break us beyond repair. This ossified parasite does not make us more, but less. Do you not feel the cold where once there was heat? The void where your soul once resided? I can feel them. The might, the vigor, the possibilities. The Elder Brain could be the harbinger of the grand design and the doom of the Githyanki. The end time of the 16 planes will be upon us, and the Astral would be the first to fall. Very well. I will accept what this damnable Geichrok has to offer. Yisk Githkar Tavki Krashet.
Life pulses from within. The parasite's thoughts whisper at the edge of your mind. It wants to share itself with you. It wants to be let in.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens. Its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
Perhaps, once the others see what you can do, they will consider trying it for themselves.
I'm listening.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something? Fine. What's on your mind? How are you holding up? Don't be so modest.
Hey, soldier.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look? Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now. Fine. What's on your mind?
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Former peers will be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return. We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
All the treats your tongue can handle.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. Jenna! And my cat is Grub. He's shy. I'm not. My mum is called Emery. She went to go get some herbs for her spots. She was sick, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though. Wow. Thanks. My mum would like this. She's the best cook in the world. And she taught me, too. I'll look for her. I think she'll probably come soon. Thanks a lot.
Stop sulking and start walking right now.
Nearly there now. You see the city? Up on the hill.
Monsieur, it's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
Saying that for days. My feet hurt.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big...
All the treats your tummy can handle.
I'm never allowed sweet things right before bed.
This one time, we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
What do you get out of this? Well, it's the right thing to do, isn't it? Everyone deserves the chance to make some coin.
We've nowhere else to go, you heartless sod.
It's not my... It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to
Not asking for much, just the investments again.
If my friend tries to get you to invest, kindly turn her down. She doesn't need the encouragement.
If I hire the refugees, then I get cheap labor and they get coin. It's a good deal for everyone. Think about it. They're stuck here with no coin and nothing to do.
You're going to hire all the refugees. Just like that.
Of course. Cleaning, cooking, construction, the possibilities are endless.
Look, I really need you all to leave right this instant.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
This is my home. I may pride myself on my philanthropy, but I draw the line at being a halfway house.
This man's indignant demeanor barely masks a seething anxiety. There's more to this situation than he's letting on.
Zenobia and I are just navigating a slight contractual disagreement. Not that it's any of your concern. Agreement? Why should I negotiate with the vermin who've stolen my house? I've got nothing to say to them. You don't exactly look desperate for gold, but I can't help but admire such solid business acumen. Very well. Get the job done, and you'll be paid and be in my good graces.
Do you think you're clever coming in and undercutting us, sweetheart? We were about to make a bit of extra cash before you butted in. You owe the guild a cut.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
I think you're overestimating your abilities somewhat. But I haven't got time for this. Come on, boys. We've got places to be.
What do you get out of this?
I see those animals are out of the picture. Can we stay now? Or are you going to turn us next? Same way lots of us did. Trying to get away from the army of the absolute. If you had the chance to put a roof over your family's heads after being on the run for Torm knows how long, wouldn't you? Make it quick if you can. I don't like the way he's looking at us.
All's well that ends well, eh? I'm sure the guild will be in touch with any concerns. But you said you'd get rid of them, and I believed you. More fool me. Well, with Zenobia and the others gone, I don't suppose you'll take no for an answer. All right, they can stay. Are you happy now? Now I have to figure out what I'm going to do. A room can wait. After what you've put me through, I need a drink.
Threaten us. To threaten the children. Cinta was trembling.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you. I am. It's been days since my family slept under a roof. So thank you.
Good thing you sorted that out. I was this close to chucking a knife right between that trollop's eyes.
At least we'll have some peace now.
Peace? What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching through the city?
What's that?
That's what's about, Martha. At least here we stand a chance.
dance.
Trap.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
A trap. Time to dance.
The mission has to come first.
Ready for some good news. Easy. This place is hungry for blood. Easy. This place is hungry for blood.
Best avoid that trap. Best avoid that trap.
Easy. This place is hungry for blood.
Trap.
Easy. This place is hungry for blood.
Best avoid that trap.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Easy. This place is hungry for blood.
On it. Shouldn't be too hard.
Our friend Arthur was up to something nasty. We ought to check some of his donations.
Looking ahead.
Well. This one's not yet grown. Oh, poor thing. This one's not yet grown. Oh, poor thing.
by with my little eye. Nothing of note, really.
She's not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
With a flick of the wrist. What in the hells was that?
Whatever it is doesn't bode well.
Have you found some place we can wash our clothes in?
Soldier, this is it. We're almost to... Oh, it smells the exact same. 10 years on, but...
Now we don't have to leave. I'm gonna build a big house for all.
She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
Boys ready?
They're damn near chomping at the bit. What's the plan?
For refugees travelling alone, or any stupid enough to live. Remind them that this is ours.
Never travels without his friends.
A Baldurian. Good. Lots of unfamiliar faces in the city these days.
Why were these particular
They let in another horde of refugees this morning. When's it gonna stop?
Dad?
Just a man in a car. The Absolute's army on its way. Killed the little monsters.
Costumes don't drool, Dad.
The child was poking them, prodding them while they were trying to work. All this kerfuffle over missing redcaps. Yes, we'd caged them due to unruly behavior, but as our redcap...
How many redcaps?
Think about it. They're stuck here with no coin and nothing to do.
But you'll be in a big... soon.
If I was a Sharan lookout, this is the sort of place I'd wait around.
Something over there.
Again.
That might be worth a look.
My! The fates move in strange and scrumptious ways. I am delighted to see you again. After our little interlude at last light, I was worried you'd gone quite mad. And mine! And mine! Though, one thing I find quite distasteful is being kept outside our intended city. I'd quite like to get inside, but it's difficult to shuffle your way to the top of the queue when you're, well, as big as an ox. But what if I was smaller, more discreet? Maybe then a kind soul might bring me through. Right in their little pocket. Ooh. This day has ended so much better than it started. Now, you don't worry about me. I'll be a good, quiet little apple you can tuck into the corner of your pack. Just until we're inside the city walls. Hail, Cyric! I can't wait to get inside.
To your homes. That's an order.
Why don't you protect us instead of these scruffy outlanders?
Young lady, Shadowheart, a word if you will.
Oh, gods. Not another protester. Go talk to Nestor if you must. I've got plenty on my plate with these mewling geese.
Baldurians! Stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The flaming fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. You're a true Baldurian, I can tell. You must understand why we need to keep these strays out of our city. Excuse me? I was born inside the city walls, a Baldurian through and through. Wherever you're from, clearly they don't teach manners.
I'm not paid to debate with civilians.
No, we pay taxes for you to protect us, not these intruders.
I just lost a wager, thanks to you.
Who are you?
Someone who bet that you'd never be foolish enough to actually show your face in this city again. But here you are. And the gold in my purse is soon to take flight. There have been whispers about you, sister. About your faith, your loyalty, your company. I can't help but feel the strangest twinge of disgust as I look upon you. Is it true? Has Our Lady forsaken you?
I know the truth. I know my parents still live. Tell me where they are, and I have no quarrel with you.
I'm afraid the quarrel is unavoidable, thanks to you. Now I must report your reappearance. If you are intent on bringing matters to a head, then seek out the House of Grief in the lower city. Though, if I was you, I'd be very tempted to just forget it all and disappear. You have some form at doing so, after all.
I'm paid to take down troublemakers, so don't make trouble.
Got ya! Too slow!
File a report, and I'm sure the Manet will deal with it.
Coddling these vagabonds and don't give a rat's ass about honest citizens.
Donations? Food, sundries, gold. These poor refugee sods need all the help they can get. Let's see what you've got. Thank you. I'm sure your Got something else to donate, have ya? I'm gonna let you through because I don't want to take any risks. But you better not be lying.
Is everything all right, men of Nestor? So?
There's been a report of dangerous contraband in the donations, and we're going to check it out.
Why? All these goods have already been checked in.
I didn't ask for your opinion, Fist. Fall in and do your job.
Steady. I've detected a trap.
You were right. Explosives. Now give me some room. I need to make sure the rest of these donations are safe. You try and find whoever is responsible for this. I thought this assignment was going to be dull. No such luck. Toys trapped to injure children. It's abominable.
Explosives? In toys? How despicable.
I say, terribly decent of you to come over and exchange pleasantries. Oh, how kind of you to say. I have been growing my bristles out. It's something of an art, you see. Salutations once more, old stick. Always a treat to have it.
Glad Nestor sorted out those trap toys.
Double the patrols. We're dealing with a maniac here. Attention, Fists. Listen up. One more dereliction of duty, and you're all going on punishment. Got it?
Suppose the Manip had the right idea letting you poke around.
If you can't even guard a blasted ship, it's no wonder. Some of the patrols.
Heads will roll for this. This transgression. This injustice. I don't give a shit about all that. It's how I've been treated, which is the real travesty. A perfectly respectable businessman wants to bring his, well, business into this fine city. And what do? They talk some absolute horse bollocks about papers and correct filing procedures and threw me in this slum. I should be loins deep in Sharess's caress by now, not waddling about in filth.
Oh, crunch a lot, maybe. I guess we could call our lives a lot. I'm not leaving you here. Not for any reason.
Whatever you need. I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now.
After a quick examination, you conclude that your patient is pretending to be wounded. You wonder why.
Really? This isn't necessary. I'm sure there are other people that need your help more urgently. Shh, not so loud. If those lads find out I'm faking, they might go off on their own. They're not ready for that. And frankly, I'd miss them. I don't really have any other friends. And I like those lads. So I think I'll stick around a while more.
Can't stand her, can't stand her, can't stand her! My sister-in-law. All law and no sister. Grr.
Somebody drunk at Mark.
I guess we could call our lives a lot.
Bex died. Bex is dead. I'm alive, but for what? I'm no one without Bex.
So, you survived. That's more than many of my kin can say. It's mainly anger that keeps me going. Zevlor was supposed to lead us, but he froze when we needed him most. I haven't seen him since the massacre on the road, which is lucky for him.
What a sad situation. The once proud tieflings of Elturel, reduced to beggars.
Washing my pits, this is the song when up. Aye! Could a bloke not get any bleeding privacy around here? Bunch of perverts, the lot of you.
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? You do? My apologies. It's usually newcomers who seek my aid. Though, with the way the city's been recently, they've been staying away in droves. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. Not anymore. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous. Tensions. That's putting it mildly. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldurians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak. If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget. What peace. If no one steps in, there'll be bodies piled high in the streets before long. Those refugees have been leeching on our city for too long. If we don't show them that we mean business, we need to march round the front and kill every last one of them. Let's see them eat our food with their guts on the floor. What do you say? Tell them! I'll cut out their eyes and make them watch!
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. He shivers at the thought. When you find the Lordling, tell him Oren is watching.
So Oren is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
But I'm bushed. I ran for days to get someplace safe, and then found out I'm last in line to get in, because I'm a hobgoblin. As if I could change that.
Remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
We got here first, friend.
If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was odd. Stuff.
Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us.
That might be worth a look.
This car. What were they thinking?
They wasn't thinking. Garden, tend not to.
If they just lined up and taken their fair shares, we'd have had plenty for everyone.
That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages.
Cannot rush into their
We shed tears.
Another defeat will wipe us out.
We may shed blood tomorrow.
They need to be wiped out. Exterminated. Nothing less will do.
Something over there.
Compliments in return for the picnic, is it? Maybe I'll take that drink after all. Can I help you? This is a private picnic.
Fine day for it, eh? Got to enjoy things while they last, I suppose.
Did you hear something earlier? Almost like a groan.
Well, we're by a windmill, after all. Probably some cog or joint in need of a little grease.
Speaking of grease, are there any sausage rolls left?
before you lies the unconscious body of a mind flayer, glistening and raw.
A newborn. Unattended. How fortunate. Oh, but it is. This one has only just transformed. It is weak, vulnerable. Its potential ripe for harvesting. Go on, kill it. Absorb its power. Just like you did before.
What? No! I've had so little time!
Absorb its potential if you consume it.
The circus of the last days has returned. See Dryads, Jinn, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
Here we are, Griselda. All in one piece.
Oh, gods! Are they gonna see it? What happens if they don't see it? Yes! Oh, goodness, yes! I am a good dog! Fantastic stuff! Oh, yes, you're lovely. You can come back. Oh. Here we go. Here it comes. Yeah.
Have you found some place we can wash our clothes?
Yes, yes, yes! Amazing! Perfect! No notes!
I apologize for my husband and his obsession with that bloody dog.
What was that, my dear?
Nothing, darling.
No, I'm afraid I must insist you do not pet the hound.
My love, you can't keep being so rude to strangers. It's just a dog.
All the grabbing and touching startles poor Biscotti. I will not apologise for caring about my boy.
Whatever the dog thinks, being here is much better than being out there. Right, my dear?
Well, the children can be a touch grabby, but war is no place for a precious little with farmers.
Glad to see you. Glad to see anybody, really. It was a lonely road getting here through those abandoned farmlands, and I'm a sociable sort.
We need to get into the city.
The guard is busy with their patrol and has no time for idle chat.
Wish the cult hadn't burnt our farm, though. At least we got the Scotty out that burn.
Just a little scene, Dave, Scotty.
Have patience.
Right tool will do the trick.
What's that?
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. Such sweetness should be shared.
I know, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon.
I'm not asking for much, just a teensy investment to get me started. Uh-huh. What are you calling this business? Careful. Refugees for hire.
The child was
Catchy, right?
prodding them while they were trying to work. There is so much wrong with that name.
I should arrest you all for gross negligence.
Animal friends with him.
Of course. He never travels without... Please, go ahead of us. My son is a little nervous.
I want to see Dribbles, but I don't like the monster at the door.
Less than
Letting another horde of
that
refugees
monster?
this morning.
How many
When's it
red
gonna
caps are That's just a man in a costume. It's not real.
But costumes don't drool, Dad.
Not enough to organize.
Stinks of cheese. Between his piggy toes!
How dare you? What in the hells is all of this?
A necessity, good sir. The Steel Watch loves pretending sweet Rivington doesn't exist. So we have decided to protect you, dear patrons. No need to thank us. You'll be allowed in once I've done this batch. Next! Hello, hello, and welcome to the Circus of the Last Days, the finest extra-planar circus there is.
A circus! Can we go?
We travel from plane to plane, thrilling all blessed to see us. From tempestuous Ginny to belligerent redcaps, you'll find them all here. But enough of this. The circus is a place of joy and distraction, so come inside and forget your worries. Not a problem, dear patron. Benji just has to check if you're a vicious murderer. Benji?
Ah! Brain juice smells like piss and iron. No like.
Oh, well, that's a first. Usually I'd allow you in, but in these times, I can take no chances. Move along. No circus for you. Oh, damned if I'm not a sucker for big eyes and a heartfelt plea. Very well. Welcome to the Circus of the Last Days. Have fun, and be sure to catch the star of our show, Dribbles the Clown.
Then let's go inside. Don't be scared.
The Circus of the Last Days has returned. See Dryads, Jinn, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
What's next, I wonder? No time to dally.
this revelry, the goofs and the guffaws.
You realize she is mining putting on face paints. She has them to sell.
Scummy ball bag, move! My God's to clean!
This isn't coin. It's paper.
Approach! Ugly one! Yes! Behold! Akabi's Wheel of Wonders! Spin! To win prizes beyond your tiny imagination and make your miserable life more bearable. Akabi has traveled across the plains, burning and conquering all. Win the spoils of such conquest. Or, if luck smiles upon you, win the grand prize, the jackpot. No more questions. Spin or don't. Let us see if you have luck's favor.
You notice a glint in Akabi's beard. As it glows, the wheel moves away from the jackpot. He is cheating.
Alas! No jackpot for you, ugly one. But you may have this. You are welcome, putrid one. Will the wheel wonders dub you worthy? Come, see.
Never a dull moment.
Come, mortals, and try your luck.
Let's get going.
Win prizes found only in the most exotic of plays.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
Yes! We can play One-a-Cup.
Yes! You've got a fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you.
I have battled great evils, been mocked by villains of all sorts. What is she capable of? And where will she strike next? Baldur's Gate is where I first raised a glass in toast at the tender age of 14 and got so tipsy from wine, I puked in Dillard Portier's bushes. It's where the flaming fist chased me after I'd stolen a peach from a cart in the Wide. I got a good chewing out over it too. It's where my father taught me to hold a rapier, to read books of law, to know right from wrong. It's been 7 years since I left. It's no paradise, but it's home, and it's worth saving. And you? The city's yours too, after all. How's it feel to be back? Wonderful, isn't it? Torril's history is written within our city's walls. Expeditions to the continent of Mastika gather in the harbor. The Church of Gon displays its most priceless treasures in the High House of Wonders. Voices raised in song on returning day. The heady wines at the Elf Song. There's truly no place like Baldur's Gate.
Everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine. Breathe quiet. Move with care.
Come, mortals, and try your luck.
Just wait a moment and look.
Prizes found only in the most exotic of planes. Will the wheel of wonders dub you worthy? Come, see. You failed to win the grand prize, but fear not, grotesque one. Try again. Be victorious. Your tiny mind has failed to see its true potential. The spongy mortal returns! Spin the wheel and check. Let us see if you have luck's favor. Impossible! You thief! You cheated! Liar! Enjoy the jackpot, muley curt!
Damn that Ginny. Where am I?
Another step forward.
I must provide music.
Viola Silvertongue at your service, or I will be.
Ha ha! How did the despicable cheater enjoy his vacation? You have my ring. That is reward enough. Now be gone. Akabi is bored of you.
What's next?
What's cooking?
Action, not reaction.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
And these things have stayed interesting.
Miss Silvertongue is a...
I wonder what the next move is. Action, not reaction.
No one back home will ever believe this.
adoring fan. Can't talk. I'm in the middle.
Darling, we have a customer. Is your camp drab? Dreary? Then you have come to the right place. Browse our bespoke, stony and bony creations. Or commission a statue in your likeness. It is our most sought-after service. Bony, at your service. That there is my darling wife, Stony. Is she not magnificent? I know, it's wondrous. Now, what can I do for you? Oh, my wife shall be delighted. Customs are her favorite, particularly when their facial structure is as unique as yours. Pockets a little empty? Worry not. I'm sure we'll find something in your budget. Nothing caught your eye? I shan't tell my wife. She'd be most upset. It's been an age since your last break.
Oh, hungry little hobgoblin. Want a treato? I has lots of treatos, and magics, and junks I finds. Don't worry, I only takes... Yes! I has lots of stuffs. Bye-bye now. Junks and magics for sale.
Ah! Lucille! It's pose, grapevine, then pivot step. Jacob, you have the grace of my great-grandmother's missing leg. Ah! And Boris, put some sensuality into those lovely hip bones. I know you have it in you. Step it up. Interrupting a massacre? Merkel, help me. These three make the art of dance look like a ritual sacrifice. Call me Lucretius, ringmaster, necromancer, bringer of the night. Oh, and wine lover extraordinaire. Normally, I'd invite you into my tent for a lovely vintage, but these graceless skellies need my full attention. Enjoy my circus, darling. You call that a pose? Again! Jacob, you mess up the... Get it right this time, or I'll resurrect someone who can!
Do not stand too close.
No, we can't go. I want to see Dribbles.
You've seen him twice already, Peanut.
Yeah, and I want...
Ooh, don't get too...
Crimson, please, oh please.
Buddy the dog is my very best friend. Do you know why? Why? Because with him, anything is possible. Way!
God, I hate clowns. I'm not even sure clowns like clowns.
Did you hear about the scarecrow who lost a fight? He got the stuffing kicked out of him. Way! Oh, you're all such good friends. I've had a wonderful time, but I have to go. Oh, well, if you insist. How about a magic trick? But first, I need a volunteer with nerves of steel and the heart of a lion. Who will it be? Who?
The hair on the back of your neck raises as a shiver passes through you.
You, my special assistant. Come on up. A round of applause for the stalwart heart. Now, I always tell children that they're special, that each and every one of them is unique. Tell me, what makes you special? Boring! Boring! Anyone can do that. You, my friend, are the most special person in the circus, in all of Baldur's Gate. Does anyone know why? Why? You're special, my friend, because I have a message just for you. Praise the absolute.
You sense something behind you. Instinct takes over.
To bleed is the sport of the show. Praise the absolute.
Survival is all that matters.
This is your end.
Comes the punchline!
I always knew I'd die at a circus.
At least we didn't murder the actual clown.
Oh dear. Screaming children, an oozing corpse, and it's not even my birthday. I thought the Absolute wouldn't dare set foot in my circus. To use such a woeful Dribbles impersonator, why, it's downright rude. As much as I love a good murder, my customers don't. The real Dribbles charms animals and makes puns. Awful puns. Not this. Alas, I cannot afford to lose any more staff. Funerals are so very expensive. I need to move the circus. But I cannot leave just yet. Not without Dribbles. He was a star. Customers of every color and creed simply adored him. I need him back, and I'll shower the person who finds him in love, adoration, and adequate compensation. What do you say? That's the spirit, darling. And remember, I look after those. Good luck, and thanks ever.
You fight good. Doppelganger, not so good.
It's been a long day. I'll need to rest soon.
The, attack is nothing to worry about. Madame Lucretius has everything under control. Enjoy the circus.
Violence erupts here. My home. My refuge in this city of stone and steel. Your eyes, Stira. There is pain, endless and deep, but also devotion, blazing like the sun. You're in love, are you not? You are wise to admit it. When it comes to love, vulnerability is armor, truth a sword, and trust a shield. I pray you wield all three, Stira. Bring the one you love to me. I will look into your hearts and see if your love is eternal or doomed eternally.
Love, is it? I hadn't realized I'd bowled you over that much. Give it a try, then. Impress me.
Close your eyes, little ones. Be still as stone to earth. And remember to breathe. I see you. I see the bond between you. So tender, so fragile. But do you see it for yourselves? Shadowheart, an endless storm surges behind sharp eyes. Listen, think. From where does Shadowheart draw comfort on a cold, dark night?
I see. Are you sure you don't want to quit while you're behind?
All affections face their trials. Your bond quivers, but it does not yet break. The heart craves comfort, but needs respect. How does one earn the dark-haired maiden's respect?
Not completely off the mark, but there's easier paths into my good graces.
There is hollowness between you, something brittle and strained. Shame sits in the soul of all. To tame it, we must name it. Shadowheart, what is her deepest shame?
Hardly. My association with you might be a contender after that attempt. I suppose I should be grateful. You helped me shed any illusions that you might have been paying attention. Thank you.
Your bond is false, and I know why. Because your heart belongs to another. Close your...
Shapeshifter. At least we didn't murder the actual clown.
Oh, I thought the absolute would have... But I cannot. I need him back. And I'll shower the person who... Good luck.
It's been a long day. I'll need to rest soon.
Your eyes, Stira. There is pain, endless and deep. You are bring the one you love. Close. I see you. Shadowheart, listen. Think.
From... I see. Are you sure you don't want to quit while you're behind?
All affections face their trial. The heart craves comfort, but needs respect. How does one earn the dark-haired...
I would never.
There is hollowness between you. Some shame sits in the soul of all. To tame it, we must name it. Shadowheart, what is her deepest
I didn't think a little game would sting so much when I agreed to this. But you're right. I suppose I should be grateful. You helped me shed any illusions that you might have been paying attention. Thank you.
Close your eyes.
Still rolling in the muck, I see. Gortash knows you are coming. Knows you have the Bone Lord's stone. Do not let him hiss hot air into your worm-weakened brain. This wretch following in your worm wake won't help you. Your bond is brittle. The kind the tyrant longs to break. Remember, his throat spits lies, but my blade carves the truth. You will read it on your skin soon enough.
She's toying with me. What does she want?
Orin's little display was just intended to rattle us. We mustn't let her succeed, but need to stay alert all the same. Then that's where we need to go. My parents are in there somewhere.
Please, enjoy the circus.
Not a chance. Your mother would kill me.
Let the kid come. He wants to teach them refugees a lesson, right?
There will be plenty of work in that. Safe for work.
Why is we getting trouble?
We're angry.
I don't care how big they were. I'll give them a piece of my mind.
I know, sweetie. We'll be safe in the wild.
If you won't help us, at least let the children in. They've had nothing but scraps for days.
And the gods don't give a damn about
This is front-page material.
Stelmane is dead.
Great headline.
This does not bode well.
Frame of